what they don't tell you about wash and goes. So this is the aftermath of the Flaxseed Gel. Hey natural friends, welcome back to another video. So I'm doing a voiceover intro because despite my efforts I still forgot to film the intro with like the final results. So this is what I'm going to do, but I'll explain how I got to this later. Okay, so today I am going to be doing a flaxseed wash and go, and I've been wanting to do this flaxseed for a long time now, and for some reason wash and go seems to be something that you guys like to watch on my channel. So I thought, okay, no, what other ways can I do wash and go? Flaxseed was one of the ways, and we've finally gotten here. So in this video I'm just going to kind of give you the rundown of how I'd made the flaxseed, the process of that, and then just kind of showing you a quick sped up version of me applying the flaxseed, and then my thoughts on it after the end of the day, and then after a day or two later of the wash and go. I did use, I can't remember her name, but I'll make sure to put it on the screen, and also if I remember in the description box as well. I used her method of making the flaxseed to do this, and I think I have so many things I need to talk about, but this is the introduction, so let's get straight onto the video and I'll let you know how it went. Also, before I go, I just want to quickly say thank you for everybody who has been subscribing and watching and commenting and liking my on my videos and in my channel. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you, and for those who have been rocking with me and being patient with me as I have just been trying to understand life and how to balance life and editing and recording and all of that stuff and ideas and things like that. But we are nearly at 300 subscribers, which is crazy, guys. Thank you so much. But yeah, so I just thought I was just going to apologize about my little lack of YouTubing lately. Let's get straight onto the video. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to do a voiceover for the whole video, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm just showing you here the linseed that I'm going to be using. I got this one from Sainsbury's. It was pretty cheap. It was like 89p at the time when I got it. And it's just for a small bag as well, for a 100-gram bag. And what I used, and following the instructions of the I can't remember her name, Naturally 38 or something like that. So I put water in. I definitely eyeballed this because I wasn't entirely sure how much water to put in, but I tried to make it as close to what it looked like when she was showing it in her YouTube video. So I think it was something like this anyway. So I think that's about, I don't know, would you say about 2 cups? A bit more than 2 cups? It was definitely, say, 3 times the size of the seeds themselves, if that makes sense. Probably like 300 grams of water to 100 grams of linseed. And then I start boiling it. I think I ended up boiling it for about 35 to 40 minutes. I was supposed to do it for 30 minutes, but then time kind of took over. So yeah, and she did say in her video that you're supposed to wait till you see like a string forming, and I think it was like the silver foamy parts, rather not the silver, the foamy white parts, that is the string she's talking about that starts to form. But again, I'm just measuring it compared to what it looked like in her video and just kind of going off of that instead. I didn't really do an accurate measurements to show you guys or to kind of tell you guys, but it was roughly, was it 10 minutes before it started boiling? I think so. And then probably about 15 minutes when they started doing the string. I don't know, I'm guesstimating here, maybe it was 10 minutes. But yeah, so once it formed that kind of string, or kind of looked more like what it looked like in her video, I then switched off the heats, the stove, so that it can rest and cool and thicken, which it was most definitely doing. And I just find it so weird and somewhat intriguing to see as well. But yeah, so that's what happened, and it thickened up really quickly, but it was still steamy by the time it came to actually straining the gel from the seeds themselves. I definitely was trying to make sure that the seed wasn't stuck at the bottom, but there were some seeds that were stuck at the bottom, but it didn't burn, so that was good. So the first way I tried to strain was through a sieve. For some reason, I thought that I'd be able to strain it with a wooden spatula and a sieve, but quickly figured out that that was not going to happen. So I decided to go and get me a clean, one of the clean tights that I use to strain hair products and oils and things like that, that I've cut and I've been using for my hair products. And I just used like a small bowl to stretch it so I could put the gel and the seed in. And as you can see from the steam, it is still very much so warm and hot. I decided, let's put some protection on, double gloves, which didn't really help with the heat because it was still very much so hot when I was squeezing, and I had to kind of give myself some time so I didn't burn myself unnecessarily. But it was still working. It was still separating the gel from the seeds. I think next time I'll probably leave it out to cool a bit more, but I wasn't sure if I left it to cool completely, if it would still like separate from the seeds. So I did it this way instead, but I think next time I will definitely try it and see if it will strain when I leave it to cool completely. So yeah, this was definitely a big learning curve for me, this whole entire process. But hey, I managed to squeeze the good majority of it out, I think. And you soon see what was left over after I had squeezed all the gel that I could squeeze out without burning my fingers. And it basically just looks like there's no gel, but I think because I'd left it a little bit before I recorded this particular section, I do think that it's because I left it that the gel kind of dried on the seed. So I think there could have been a bit more, but overall I was pretty satisfied with it. I think it also did expand in size as well, and whilst it was cooking, but I don't know, it might just be me. It looks a bit bigger than what it looked like in the packet. But hey, so that's it basically, just kind of showing you what it looks like. Still definitely a bit jelly when I was thinking it through my fingers, when I was swooping it through my fingers. I don't know if I call it that, but yeah. So now I am going to show you the part you've been waiting for, how I actually applied this flaxseed on my hair. And before I start, I'm going to put my pink towel robe on because I am not about to wet my top, because that's what I'm using to go out in, and I didn't want to have to struggle to put that turtleneck on over flaxseed gel covered hair. Right? Is that the right way around? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm also using my rosemary, which I've left to seep for about an hour, I believe. So that's why it's so dark in that bottle. But yeah, so I'm definitely doing the lazy way of a wash and go, because usually wash and goes would be drenched hair and apply the gel on, but not in this case. Maybe that will be one thing I do better next time, but we'll see. And I do believe the rosemary water was cold because I just brought it out of the fridge, and I hadn't given it enough time to, come to room temperature. Nor did I add any kind of hot water, warm water to kind of, make it warmer on my hair. So that's another learning curve that's, something I really could have avoided is putting cold rosemary water on my hair, especially with my low porosity hair. But hey, sometimes you get lazy and you do things that you're not supposed to do, but here we are. So I washed my hair the night before. I just didn't want to do the flaxseed gel last night, the night before, because I didn't want to sleep in wet gel hair. So I thought just wash it the night before and then come back in the morning to actually do the wash and go itself. So here's me just kind of spraying as much rosemary oil as I can without it getting everywhere as it was doing, especially because it's cold water, so it's going to take a lot longer for my hair to absorb it, if it even absorbs it properly. But thankfully the flaxseed gel, whilst I was applying it on my hair, was still quite warm, so I suppose in a way it kind of counteracts the cold rosemary water that I was putting on my hair. So I try to drench my hair as much as possible to kind of mimic the whole wash and go routine. And here's me just mixing the flaxseed gel with I think I put about 15 drops of Lang Lang essential oil in them, just kind of mixing it up to get them. And this is roughly what I put for this particular section anyway. I think as I went on, I did add a bit more flaxseed gel, but I was shook. I was shook at how well it was doing its job. And there are other wash and goes that I've done in the past, some with grease, some with I think it was Aunt Jackie's gel, which the end result wasn't great, but then again the end result this one wasn't great either. But we'll get to that later on in the video. But in terms of the way it was defining my curl pattern, the way that it was clumping, like, this is how a wash and go should be like. And I've never really had that before, so definitely loved the flaxseed gel and how it did what it did. And my hair was definitely moisturized even days afterwards as well with this, which was great. Even the fact that I didn't add any oils to the gel. So here's me just kind of showing you a sped up version of what it looks like, but I really like the movement and how it looks and how it makes my hair look as well. There were some sections that did not apply enough either rosemary water or flaxseed gel, but it was definitely drier than others. And good old-fashioned shrinkage also, you know, my hair definitely shrunk and kept shrinking and kept shrinking. But I most definitely enjoyed the movement of my hair in this, and that movement stayed pretty much throughout the day, apart from certain areas which I'll talk about later on in the video anyway. So yeah, I just tried to add as much as possible, but I realized later on in the day that probably I shouldn't have done as much as I did, because one, in the daylight it looked like nose goop, you know, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I was a bit self-conscious when I was walking around, but we'll get back to that later on. I think I had about an hour after I'd applied it before I had to go out, but you know, nothing really looked like it had dried at all. So yeah, another thing I would probably do next time is to use a blow dryer to see if I can speed up the process, and add oil. Oh my days, oil is so important in wash and goes, especially when it comes to flaxseed wash and goes. I don't know why I thought that it's because I had made a gel that it wouldn't flake or, you know, be crusty, but hey. But yeah, I was really enjoying the way that the gel looked on me, and very soon you'll see how it looks after I have kind of like gotten ready and removed the robe and was about to leave to embark on my day with my little flaxseed gel hair. Okay, so I'm back and it is 1 minute, 2 minutes, something minutes past 9. Not even 5 minutes past 9 yet. And I'll be going to go and get the train soon. I know I was rushing before, but it looks like I was actually had more than enough time. So it is still wet. I don't have a hairdryer to like blow dry it, so I'm just gonna have to air dry and allow it to do its thing. But I just wanted to come to show you how it's flaking on my skin. Now, I didn't put oil, apart from the essential oil. I have not put oil in this gel at all, so I'm a bit worried that it's going to flake, and I'm going to be meeting a lot of people today just because it's a Sunday service, so I'm a bit worried about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small bottle of oil and rosemary water, so I can just spray it and kind of put on my hair if I do see it flaking, or if it does look a bit, you know. But I think next time I'll probably just mix the oil with the flaxseed gel, just to avoid any fear or possible flaking. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm not entirely sure if it's going to flake, but we'll see. But this is not, I don't know if you can see that. Oh no, just wipe more on. I don't know, does this usually happen with normal gel as well? I don't do wash and goes enough to know these things. Because it's like there as well. I don't know if you can see it on that side, but it was all here as well, so I had to clean it off and it's still kind of on me. So yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can try and clean it off, but because it's not fully dry, it's just gonna keep on layering itself on my face. So we'll see how this goes. And obviously going out into the daytime with hair looking like snail slime, don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll see. Oh my days, this is gonna be so strange. It actually looks worse here. Let's be trying to smooth out what I can. It does feel like Lord have mercy, compassion. Have mercy on Okay, so it is 5:46 in the afternoon, evening, whatever the evening, near the afternoon, near the evening, and it's been raining all day, and I've been walking in the rain, so my wash and go hasn't really had a chance to dry, and it's also been cold, so it's really affected how my wash and go has been. But okay, so here, it's crusty. Can you hear that? Yeah, so the back is like really dry, like all the way around the perimeter, which usually does happen, is very dry, but like the top, obviously because it's been raining, and then the middle are not dry. I still have some form of movement in the hair, but from the part that are dry, the parts that are dry. But yeah, it's not been bad. There is definitely some movement in the parts that are wet, obviously. It's just the perimeter very crusty feeling. But yeah, I think next time I'll definitely add oil to it. If not for the wind and the rain, this feeling here could have been on top as well, but not necessarily in the middle. Yeah, so don't know how I'm gonna sleep in this because I do not have a blow dryer. So yeah, I don't know, I'll probably end up twisting it, which is probably what I'll end up doing, and then I'll come back tomorrow, just give you like a final thing. I don't know if I'll do it like throughout the week, but definitely tomorrow, hopefully, if I remember, to give like a final, this is how it looks type thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and twist it now. Hello, I am here with an update, and let me tell you. So I've covered my hair because it looks a mess right now. So where we left off on is I'd come back from a whole day's worth of walking around, both in the rain and, you know, just kind of being inside as well. And it was still wet, so I said that I might twist my hair up, which I did. I did not untwist it because I was not in the mood to do so. I had to work and everything, and I just didn't want to deal with my hair. Because I wear headphones when I'm working, so. And I'll call it back in a minute. And my face is looking a bit spotty, but I think that's because of the product that's kind of blocked some of my pores. But guys, it dried. I did not put water and oil like I was supposed to, or like I wanted to kind of stop it from being flaky. And it's just in so many places it's hard. And guys, what have I done? You can't really see it, but you can feel it like it's like clumped together in certain areas, especially around the perimeter, and you can't see it on the camera, but guys, I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I have done. Like, I don't know what I've done. And the funny thing is, I enjoyed making the gel. I enjoyed applying it and doing the wash and go itself. And then walking around in it because it looked good. It looked good. But the aftermath of it. Now, I'm not somebody, I don't do wash and goes a lot. I don't really know how to do it, to be quite frank. I'm definitely learning. I only started doing it like, what, a year ago. I love Flaxseed Gel. And I feel like it's one of the gels that have really weighed down my head to make it look nice. But how do I combat this crustiness? Like, how much oil would I have to put in to compensate for this? Or would mousse be better? I'm definitely going to be doing more wash and goes with Flaxseed Gel, just going to see the different variations and see how it goes. But going to comb through this hair currently right now, it's going to be hard. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I actually don't know how I'm going to do this. Guys. And you can't really even see it properly on the camera. And I've literally just kind of kept it up all day. And I'm just trying to see how I'm going to do it now. But, oh my God. But herein lies the end of this wash and go. Started off great. Kind of, sort of. Because first time doing it off flaxseed or making the flaxseed gel. I don't know what I was thinking, because gel, obviously, to stop it from flaking, put oil, but I don't know, I thought it was going to be better for whatever reason. Guys, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. My skin is even saying, why did you let it stay on wet? Yeah.